scientists found this in the Amazon: how Earth once allowed a 50-foot snake to exist. In the Serra-Thurn region of Colombia, a team of scientists and paleontologists was digging deep into a coal mine. This coal mine had formed because of a rainforest that existed nearly 60 million years ago. That is why researchers were searching here for the remains of ancient plants and animals. This place was a hidden chapter of the World 92's mysterious past, buried layer by layer beneath the earth. During the excavation, experts discovered something strange deep inside the rocks. When the soil was carefully removed, it turned out to be a bone. Some thought it was a crocodile bone. Others believed it belonged to a turtle, while a few assumed it was the trunk of an ancient tree. But this single bone would later take science into a world where the largest snake to ever exist once ruled 96 Titanoboa. This was no ordinary snake. It was 10 times heavier than Today 92's green anaconda and longer than a passenger bus. It was so massive that if it tried to crawl on land, it could actually die under its own weight. So the question was, 96, where did it move, and how did it survive? This seemingly ordinary bone transported experts into a version of the Amazon whose geography and climate were completely different from today. What made Titanoboa grow so enormous? How did it hunt? And what eventually ended its reign in the Amazon rainforest? Welcome once again to Global Mystery Nexus. Ladies and gentlemen, the discovery of Titanoboa was not a sudden event. This story began back in 1994, when a local geologist named Henry Garcia noticed a strange object in the Serra-Thurn mine that looked like a tree branch. At the time, no one paid much attention, and it was placed in a special storage box. Almost a decade later, in 2002, another geologist, Fabiani Herrera, found a similar fossil at the same site. Their primary goal was to research ancient plant life in order to understand what the world's first tropical rainforests looked like. The real turning point came in 2007, when these fossils were sent to the Florida Museum of Natural History. There, scientists discovered that this object was neither a tree branch nor a crocodile vertebra. When they compared it with the bones of modern anacondas and pythons, they were stunned. This bone was 3 times thicker and larger than an anaconda's vertebra. At that moment, experts confirmed that it belonged to a snake. On the right was the fossil found in the coal mine, and on the left was an anaconda's vertebra. In science, size matters, and Titanoboa shattered every known record. Using mathematical models, scientists calculated the snake's length based on vertebra size, since in snakes the size of the spine directly correlates with total body length. These calculations revealed that Titanoboa measured between 42 and 50 feet long, nearly twice as long as today's anaconda. But it wasn't just long. Its thickness matched the waist of a heavy-built adult human, and its weight was estimated at around 1,200 kilograms, roughly 1.2 tons, 10 times heavier than an anaconda. Such weight is impossible for any land snake today. This discovery shook the scientific world. It was the undisputed king of snakes, later named Titanoboa. The real mystery wasn't how big it was, but why it was so big. The answer lies in climate. Snakes are ectothermic, meaning cold-blooded. Humans generate internal heat, but snakes depend entirely on environmental temperature. Biology tells us that the warmer the environment, the faster the metabolism of cold-blooded animals. A faster metabolism means more energy, faster growth, better digestion, and the ability to sustain a massive body. Titanoboa became a living thermometer of the past. Its enormous body proved that 60 million years ago, Colombia's climate was far hotter than today. Temperatures remained above 32 degrees Celsius, 90 degrees Fahrenheit, year-round, day and night. Humidity was extreme, breathing may have felt heavy. This rainforest never cooled down. Ironically, today's Amazon rainforest would probably be too cold for Titanoboa. Its massive body required extreme heat to function, but such a giant body also needed massive amounts of food. So how did Titanoboa hunt? It did not chase prey like movie monsters. Its sheer weight made movement on land difficult due to gravity and friction. Research shows Titanoboa was slow on land, making it a water-based predator, similar to modern crocodiles. It spent most of its life in swamps and wetlands, where water supported its massive weight and allowed buoyancy. It was an ambush predator, lying still for hours or even days, with only its eyes and nostrils visible above water. Perfectly camouflaged, it struck suddenly when prey came to drink. Biomechanical models estimate that Titanoboa could exert over 400 psi of pressure while constricting, equivalent to the force of 2 African elephants standing on your chest. It didn't wait for suffocation. The pressure crushed bones and stopped blood circulation almost instantly. So what did it eat? Its prey included giant turtles and ancient crocodiles. Some turtles were over 8 feet long, as big as a snooker table. Titanoboa's teeth were designed not for fish, but for crushing thick bones. Even crocodiles larger than today's were part of its diet. For years, scientists struggled because snake skulls are fragile and rarely fossilize. Initially, they only had vertebrae. But in 2011, an intern named George Marino Bernal discovered Titanoboa's skull in Cerrejón, a once-in-a-lifetime find. The skull confirmed that its jaws could dislocate like an anaconda's, allowing it to swallow prey 3 times the size of its head. Its brain was small, but its senses were sharp, including heat-sensing pit organs, enabling it to hunt even in darkness. Water was essential, not just for hunting, but for survival. Without it, Titanoboa's internal organs would collapse under its own weight. Heat gave it power, water reduced its burden. It was perfectly adapted to its environment. So why did it disappear? The answer is simple. The world changed, but Titanoboa couldn't. After the Paleocene era, Earth's climate gradually cooled. A few degrees may be nothing for humans, but for a cold-blooded giant, it meant death. As temperatures dropped, Titanoboa's metabolism slowed, digestion weakened, strength faded, and hunting became harder. Wetlands dried up. Ecosystems changed. Mammals expanded and competed for resources. Slowly, everything Titanoboa depended on disappeared: heat, swamps, and prey. Just a few degrees of cooling erased the largest snake to ever live, turning the king of the Amazon into a chapter of history. We hope you enjoyed this Global Mystery Nexus video. Don't forget to like and share. Thank you for your love and comments. See you in the next exciting episode.